you're probably familiar with our next guest. He's an author whose latest book has climbed onto the New York Times bestseller list. The name of the book is Blitz, Trump Will Smash the Left and Win by David Horowitz. He's now number 14 on the New York Times nonfiction list. And while that's a huge accomplishment, check this out. It's number 8 on the Publishers Weekly nonfiction list. Now, Publishers Weekly literally lists books. You know, if you sell the most number of books, you're number 1. If you sell the second. So he has sold the 8th most amount of books in the country, according to the Publishers Weekly. This all comes as BookScan reports that his book Blitz outsold 6 titles on the New York Times list with higher rankings than his. Joining us now to discuss this latest book, Blitz, Trump Will Smash the Left and Win, is David Horowitz. David, welcome back.
Thank you. And
hey,
of course, it was endorsed by Trump himself.
Yeah.
And total blackout in the treason, what I call the treasonous media.
Well, here's the thing, David. The thing that I find fascinating is here you are selling the 8th most popular book last week, and somehow the New York Times ranks it 14. I talked to Speaker Newt Gingrich yesterday. He's got a new book out. Same thing happened to him. When I released my last book, same thing. I sold, I think it was the 6th or 7th most amount in the country, and I think I was ranked 12th or 13th. How frustrating is this for you to watch these liberal folks at the New York Times basically say, yeah, you sold the 8th most amount of books in the country, and yet we're going to rank you 14?
Yeah, I could have done much better if I had stayed on the left 30 or 40 years ago. Yeah, look, they're destroying our system. America had this beautiful system, where you had dialogue, where individuals counted. Now it's all about races and genders, and the press is totally corrupt. They lie, and they lie. They've accused Trump of dividing the country. It's obvious the Democrats have. The Democrats haven't even relinquished the Russia collusion hoax, which is what this bounty nonsense is about. Here's Adam Schiff, a pathological liar and traitor, who took classified intelligence that was unverified, illegally leaked, treasonously leaked. It's violating the espionage laws to leak it. Held it for 6 months until he thought he could strike a blow against Trump by abusing it. I mean, this is a disgrace. And the New York Times is run by a bunch of racists these days. It's just terrible. They've got the 1619 slave country. I mean, it's just unreal. And I dread the 4th of July, I have to tell you. It's going to be a battlefield. There's going to be more people dead on July 4th. There's going to be more. And most of the people who the left has been killing, and it's now scores, if you include the spikes in murder rates in all these Democrat states, are going to be black. And when they abolish the police or hamstring them, it's black people, poor people in the inner city. Of course, the Kamala Harrises will be protected. But actual black people in the inner city.
Hey, David, let me ask you a quick question, though. I know you've written a ton of books in the past. You got a tweet from the president about this. What was that like for you as a person that had written a lot of books before?
No, it was great. I'm used to, because I was a leftist, I see things, I think, more clearly, the maliciousness of the left, and I'm more ready to assess the way they gain control of the Democrat Party. So I expect to be, that makes people uncomfortable, shall we say.
Yeah.
So, I wrote a book 20 years ago called Hating Whitey and Other Progressive Causes. And I knew I would lose all my invitations to the Bush White House if I published that book. But I did, because that's what I do.
Well, congratulations on getting the tweet, on the bestseller, making the bestseller list. And I hope you have a safe 4th of July. I hope no one dies on the 4th of July. I hope we all have a safe 4th of July and a safe rest of the year. So best to you. Enjoy the day, and congrats again on the list.
I'd like to tip my hat to Chris Rennie, who was the genius who thought up the title of this book.
Well, he's the genius who thought of the show, too. So we agree on that. All right, coming up, it's Friday, which means it's time for our company quiz. Lindsay, she was the big winner last week. Let's see if she can hold on to that title. She's up against the National Memo's editor-in-chief, Joe Conason, and Daily Podcast host, Derek Hunter. Let's see if you guys can beat them at home. We'll be right back. Derek Hunter, let's see if you guys can beat them at home. We'll be right back.